Alright, everybody, I have my weekly update. It's more of a woe is me and what we've been up to. Woe is me and what we've been up to. Not a lot of school, but a lot of happiness, a lot of sadness, a lot of screaming, and a lot more difficulty. This autism journey is not for the faint-hearted. I laughed because earlier on during the week, I asked my 9-year-old, I asked my 8-year-old son, turning 9 next month, Mickey, I asked him if he would want to wear a little, like a lanyard that has a plastic disc that says for him it would say, I have ADHD and autism, so please be considerate, something like that, or please don't mind me, something like that. But I wanted to get one for all 4 of them because all 4 of the small ones are something else. They really are. Today showed me that unfortunately it's not that simple. You will have people who, I don't think those people would have read those lanyards. As I said to my husband, or did I say to my daughter and son, it's not like they're big. I actually did get 2 t-shirts also that I've ordered, sweatshirts that have it in big. Autism is something, not I am autistic, be kind, something, but that'll say autism. But I don't think that the people on the bench, black people don't know autism in general, and if you're on a bench and homeless, there's less chance that you'll know autism. So even if they had worn their lanyards today, it still wouldn't have helped. My non-talking girl has been throwing the mother of all fits this week. We'd had a bit of a break, a few days of relative peace, upset over here, over there, but yesterday my daughter had gone off to go and yesterday my teenager had gone to do some volunteering at a dog rescue place she's been volunteering at. So it was all hands on deck, which means me in my state. And so I took a walk with the children. My non-verbal girl, Rio, she was running off ahead with her big brother, and I had the younger ones, the other three, and they are so slow, and every step is tortuous when you can't at least get back home to rest and not use those legs. So there's that already going on. Oh my word, this is so slow, I can't handle this. And it's just a walk around the park, around the block. And then she slipped, and she didn't really fall hard. It wasn't hard, it wasn't like a big bone, but she lost it from there. And the rest of the way home was the loudest screaming and crying. And then her twin, I believe she gets agitated by the noise. Then she started saying, Mom, carry me. And I said, I can't carry you, let's keep walking. So she was upset, the sister was upset. It was bad. It was bad. And then we got home. She was still crying and screaming all the way down the street. We got home. I tried. She looked me in the eye, and then she pulled my hair. I didn't have my head covering on, so she just pulled hard, so hard that I felt some of the hairs coming out of my scalp. And I just looked at her like, I can imagine my look was imploring, like, please don't hurt me, my child. I'm your mom. That's how I felt, like, please don't hurt me. And now I can understand that father who lets his son bite on him. There's something about a parent's love that will, if it's a full, true love, will not retaliate when your own child is hurting you. I just wanted to cry. I wanted to cry that her situation, her condition had put her in this state where nothing would calm her. She couldn't say what was wrong. Was she, I don't know, what was up? It wasn't hurting anymore. And what we found is, even if she falls lightly, if she bumps herself lightly, she will scream for ages, like way longer than the actual pain would be. Just one of those things. Eventually she calmed down. Today was even worse. There were people on the bench. She started screaming because she didn't want to leave the playground. I wasn't there this time. And people were like, oh my word, this child. First, because she can't reason. That's part of the problem. She can't reason, which means we can't reason with her. So her twin is swinging, and she goes and stands right in the path of the swing. So the people who are sitting on the bench are like, this child is stupid. They used that word. I wasn't there. If I'd been there, or if there'd been someone with sense, they would have told immediately. They would have immediately removed my children from that situation. You never allow children to hear such speech about them. But I wasn't there. I've changed that around. From now on, only my teenagers who are more alert or awake will take the children to the park. So the people are saying, oh, this child is so stupid. Why is she standing in the path of the swing? Just bench, like homeless people. People are picking the bin. Today's garbage day. So they go around into the people's bins and take stuff out. One the other day, he took out our broken blender, put it on the ground, and then he took a brick and he just smashed and smashed and smashed our blender outside on our driveway. The children were told by a lady who was walking her dog who'd seen him. She was in the park across the street. She told them, guys, that bin scratcher / bin picker, people call them different things, bin picker, bin scratcher. He just took a brick and slashed and smashed your old blender. But why? So it's that caliber of person. They're sitting there and they're saying, oh, she looks so stupid. Why is she so stupid? Which was already a red flag. You don't ever call any child, even a stupid one, stupid. And she wasn't stupid. She can't reason. She's autistic and intellectually impaired. So just knowing my child was described in that way hurts a lot. And then it was time to leave. And then again, she threw the mother of all tantrums because she was upset. This is a tantrum, not a meltdown. And she screamed and screamed. And then her twin sister decided to get into the act because she also didn't want to leave, but they'd been there for a long time. They'd really been there for a long time. I was here waiting and it ended up, it was an hour. I had to go and apply next segment for something, which I'll come back to. So I know it was a long time, much longer than they usually spend out there. So it had really been long enough. But again, the person who had been with them was now trying to say, okay, then how much longer do you want to stay? My teens, no. When we say it's time to go, it's time to go. And they give warnings beforehand. Unfortunately, the person who had gone with them, she doesn't really speak English well. As in, her accent is not easy to understand. She's from out of South Africa. And I know she doesn't understand me. My accent is not her accent. So a lot gets lost in translation and accent too. And education does make a difference. Standard of education, level of education, it does make a difference. Being aware of different things, broadening your eyes, opening your eyes, broadening your horizons, watching and reading things on autism. Yeah, so the children then were screaming. So she's saying, okay, how much longer do you want to stay? And then those same people sitting on the bench are like, oh, we're leaving. These children are just so noisy. I hate the noise you're making. It just... If I had the money, I would just put a little playground in my yard. Keep my children safe from the angry people. and keep my children also from shattering other people's peace. Because they are shattering other people's peace. No one is winning in this. No one is bad. No one is good. But you don't call a child stupid. So they win. They lose. So that was that. We had heartache. And then my dear daughter, my 9-year-old, who we went to hospital for no discernible reason, the psychiatrist had asked her, do you think your parents favor the twins because you're adopted, you and your brother? Which, of course, is not true. And why would you suggest it? So today, when there was a little problem between my 9-year-old and her twin sister, her 4-year-old sister, twin of my not talking twin, she then told this person was with them, it's because I'm adopted and me and Mickey are adopted. That's why everyone is nicer to the twins, which is not true. And I thought, why in the world did you put this plant, this dangerous seed in my child's head? Why? And unfortunately, I can't hide it. As soon as they ask, how was your pregnancy? I'm not a liar. And I wasn't pregnant with my child. And what happened to my child could impact her. It does have an impact. So I can't lie. So I have to tell the truth. And I have to say, I wasn't pregnant with her. So then the listener, unfortunately, then forms their own opinions and thoughts and starts viewing the family, analyzing with their own things, not being neutral, analyzing with their own themes in their head. So that was that. Where had I gone while all this was happening at the park? I had gone to apply for a parking disc, a handicapped parking disc. I went first. It said first go to municipal traffic offices. So I went to the municipality where they do car registrations, because that's what I thought. But nope, I went to the wrong place. So they sent me all the way from one suburb to another. So I get there. Queue. It was bad. So those are the reasons why I can't really teach on bad days, which is fine because we don't take extended holidays anyway. So I won't lose anything by taking a few days off school, because we do a little a day. We don't do a full day's worth of school. We really don't. And so I then waited in the queue and I was dying. Okay, not dying, but my back was really struggling. So I tried to sit, but then sitting was horrible. And I finally get called in, and the person who does the handicapped sticker applications, handicapped disc applications, is not there. So I had to wait again about 40 minutes or so. And then I went back and my application was granted. I went there seeking the application. I went there seeking the disc. But at the same time, I don't want to acknowledge that I am handicapped or disabled in any way, because that means I have failed. As you know, all along, the hope had been find the problem so we can get a cure. When we found the problem, and everyone was like, oh, biologics are wonderful. My hand surgeon, oh, I've got a friend who's got AS and he's on Enbrel just like you. He's doing well. You're in good hands. Well, here I am a year later, and I'm on a second biologic. And so far, not doing great. Still going downhill. I had thought when we get the diagnosis and we get the treatment, at least the treatment, things will slow down and pain might even improve drastically, and I'd be able to mother my children. I hoped I would be able to take them to the park. I hoped I'd be able to take them for lovely nature walks. But I couldn't even handle just going around the block. I came home and it was awfully painful. Yesterday, the nurse phoned to say, oh, I'm looking at your application, because I had to download the forms, fill in my part, and then send them to the doctor. And then the doctor fills in her part, sends it back to me, and I take it to the department. So I went to Milnerton Traffic Department. That is where you get your handicap disc if you live in my kind of area, catchment area. So when the nurse was talking to me, she says, all right, I need to fill this in, I need to fill this in. So she mentioned that when I walk like far to the car and I'm carrying my shopping, then I run out of breath. And I can't walk for much, guys. I will get out the car. By the time I get into the pharmacy, I'm limping. So I wanted it, I needed it, but it's not nice. So she asked, do I need assistance? I said, well, sometimes I have a cane. Do you need someone to help you? And I thought of the one day when my husband said, do you want me to hold your hand because you're not doing good? It just, it all just came. And then she says, okay, this part, how long do you want the disc for? Is this a temporary thing or is it a permanent disability? So she says, yeah, well, this is AS, this is forever. So I'll just ask them to do it, lifelong. I didn't get lifelong. I have to go and get another one in 2 years. But it's just that little, this is forever. I know it, but hope is a stupid thing. Hey, you keep hoping that you'll be different. And it just goes against everything I am. I like to do. I want to be super mom. I want to do, and I can't. So I went to get the disc, and when I actually held it in my hands, I just thought, this is it. All my hopes, this is it. This is the culmination of finding treatment. It's finally admitting that I am not the person I even was, and definitely not the person I wanted to be at this stage. It was emotionally traumatizing, or it was emotional. And when I sent the picture to my friend and I said, I've got the disc. And she said, is this a handicap disc? I can't remember the question. And I said, yeah. So at least when I go to certain offices, to the hospital, to shops, I can park close and I don't have to walk and limp too long. And I said to her, it's just emotional. And just as I was saying that it's the end of my dreams of the person I wanted to be. I'm only 44. Sorry, I turned 44 last month, so my head is still 43. And she said that's exactly what she's feeling. It's like she's never going to be the person I want her to be. I want her to be more mobile. I don't want this for her. That feeling she had, that's exactly the feeling I was having. For me. I don't want this for my small children. How am I going to survive next year when my teenagers are gone? I don't know. Again, if you know anybody in Pretoria who helps people like me, who has a learning center like Michael Academy where they do a whole lot of therapy in the center and small groups, if they'll take children who are not able to be potty trained older than age 5, please let me know. I've looked close by in a place like Durbanville where there are many therapists, but Durbanville is very expensive, extremely expensive. It's way beyond our budget. So it has to be Gauteng. I can't do this on my own. I can't. Not anymore. If I have to get my teenagers to help me do wheelbarrow and other things and they'll be gone next year, what then? My teens had done it for my older two, my middle two. But then I needed to show it to my 4-year-old because her muscle tone is low. So I wanted her to also practice it. So I did have to use my son to demonstrate what I wanted to do on her. It was her first time. But I think it just added to the flare up, or maybe it was the trigger of the major flare up. How will I help my children? Even if they did full-time therapy, they still have home exercises. They still have to practice those skills and build them at home. Plus, it's not like I have the back to be driving them every single day to therapy and back for all those minutes anyway. So we have to do homework. So there are some, it's tough. I don't actually know where to turn to. I don't know where to go. I don't know Gauteng. I don't know Pretoria. I don't know who will help us in Pretoria. I don't know who can help us. We need speech therapy. We need our daughter to, on that note, we've started Stratera to see if my daughter will be more educable, if her brain calms down a bit, my non-speaking child, so I can try and get her attention, at least just her attention, to see if we can teach her if she has the ability to focus and attend to things. So yeah, that's where we are. I can't live like this, people. So I'll end with a positive, and I hate ending with, I don't like giving positives because people then tend to focus on the positive. Oh, this is so cute. But 99% of the time, or 100% of the time, underlying the cute moment is suffering, sad mom and children's whose brains are working against them. And the problem when people focus on the, oh, this is so cute, is that they forget that I would still love a virtual hug. I would love a hug every day. And because I have no human around me who hugs me, a virtual hug is the only thing they can give me. And so when I celebrate those moments, it takes away from my need. I need a hug. I sound stupid, hey, like a baby. But I really enjoyed this moment. I'd come in from getting educated. I'd come in from getting medication for my children. And when I walked in, my teen daughter was, I don't know why she was kneeling on the floor instead of sitting on a chair, but she was playing the piano. And my very talkative Pharaoh was singing. And then she said, next time, she was singing the ABC song. Next time, won't you sing? Now I know. She said, now I know your ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Instead of now I know. So she was telling me, Mom, next time you must sing. So this was part of that. These are the little moments that I wish I could prolong. I wish life was just filled with these moments of parenting and just the typical problems. I really do. I would appreciate it. I appreciated it when I had it before. God knows I was so thankful to him for every blessing I had and every blessing I thought I had. He knows that. Okay, you know my ABC and I'll sing with you. You want to sing with Mom? Oh yes, you said next time. Okay, all right. So you want to sing with me? You meant it for real. All right. Okay. Go ahead. C D E F G H I. So these are the nice moments. This other one, I had gone to lie down and rest, and then my children came barging in. Mom, can we lie down with you? Which honestly wasn't what I wanted because I needed to work and rest, but work because that's how it is, hey? We can't just rest, can we? We have to work as well. But I couldn't do that. But it was sweet that they came and they lay in my bed. And it was sweet that they had fun. They were happy. My falling gloves.
I'm gonna fart.
Uh-oh.
No, listen.
Clap.
Stop.
Clap.
Okay. The way.
You go, girl. I have controlled chaos. I don't know if it's controlled. Oh my word. I don't have enough room for all this madness. Pharaoh, How are you?
Papa, I don't know what you're saying.
Pink gloves. Yes, you. Pink, pink. Yes. No. I pray, I really pray that one day there'll be much more happiness and less crying and less screaming from my children, especially the three. More really my 8-year-old boy, Mickey, and my non-speaking angel. There's two of them, and they're emotionally labile. Is that the word? They are just, anything will set them off, both of them. I want to smile more. I'm still praying. Yes, I have asked for the disc, the handicap disc. Yes, I'm suffering now, but I'm still hoping that things will improve. I don't know, people. Somehow, we just have to do what we have to do. Smile through it and enjoy the moments. It doesn't take away from the badness, but I just want us to enjoy the good, happy, cheerful, carefree moments, as few as they may be. Hold on to them. Keep them in your heart. Cling to them. Things will get better one day. One day things will get better, and I can't wait to celebrate that with everyone who is hurting. Hurting because their nieces, nephews are being neglected and abused. Hurting because their husbands are cruel. Hurting because their wives are horrible. Whatever you're hurting from, I really can't wait for the day we can all celebrate freedom from physical and emotional pain. That will be wonderful, eh? It will be wonderful. For now, here's a little snippet of my wonderful moments this week. See you later. Yes, you were bouncing off and up and down. Don't bump your head backwards, eh? Rio, stop. Stop spinning. Yes, spinning. Stop. Before you hurt yourself. Nelo, stop. Before you hurt yourself.
I'm dizzy.
Exactly. Dizzy is not good. Help. Okay. Everybody, jump. Let's jump. Jump. Well, it's Friday morning. Things are a bit better than yesterday, Thursday night, when I did this first part of the video. We did do we did a lot of educational stuff. We did some core work. We did some cutting, all three of them. All three need cutting practice, especially my younger two, Micaiah and Nelo. We did some book work. I was interested. This curriculum, I've never had a curriculum like this one. It's Christian Light. It is really geared towards children who have processing problems. And one thing they do is to teach children almost like phonetic spelling. It's I learned it in varsity. I learned this in university when we did linguistics. So they teach them the schwa, which is like a sign that shows you that you must say for example. So they don't write as a word like UH, you say It's a specific symbol like that. It's called a schwa. So what the children are learning, my girl is learning, is how to differentiate between the short vowels and the long vowels. So what they have been teaching them, which I thought was way too much for my poor girl, is if it's a short, like say a short A, you put a breve over it, or a breve, I don't know what language, breve over it, like a curved thing. I'll take a picture. Or if it's a long vowel like A, Then you put an A and a line above it, a macron. I ordered the rest of the syllabus this past week because we'd only done a few of the subjects. Well, I didn't order them, I received them this past week. No, 2 weeks ago. And I looked at the language arts, was it reading book, the reading one, and it had lots of, let's learn the schwa sound for let's learn the long A with the macron and the short A with, and I thought, okay, we're not going to do this. This is too much. It's going to be too taxing for my girl. But today I tried it. I said, okay, let's do this I with a curve is I, with that breathe. I will say breathe because in music we learned breathe and semi-breathe when I did the piano, so I'll call it breathe. So I'm hoping it's the same spelling, and same pronunciation. So I taught her that, and she got it. And she got that long vowel I, A, has a line, and she got it perfectly. My child is a total mystery to me, but it was a good mystery today that she just got it and she understood it and she could perform it. Yes, we're still struggling with left and right for all my children. But we'll get there. God willing, you'll get there. So yes, it ended. I felt a bit better today, and I will still do some more in the afternoon. This was just our morning session. We did body breaks, brain breaks. After we did some schoolwork, they did the number 0. I want to get the number sense into them to understand what a number means. So we began again. I'm not going to get tired of just teaching over and over. I want them to master things, not just rush past. So we did the 0. And yeah, they did it. Okay, we are going, we're moving. No mom guilt anymore. I also wanted to share this little picture of my angel, my very difficult angel, as you know. 1 minute she's pulling my hair, 1 minute she's trying to push me. The other day she tried to push me, but she went like that. So I didn't go very far. So yeah, it's life. So that's what we did. We have lived, and we took pictures of her. We take pictures of everybody. We love everybody. My older girl went again to the dog rescue place yesterday. She did less of the dog and more of the actual grunt work. They counted tons of dog food, different names, different brands, all counted together. How many kgs, how many boxes, how many packs and how heavy are the kgs and how many of them, and this one and this one. And she says they got 2 tons. She thinks they got 2 tons worth of food that she was counting. She was the only volunteer there yesterday. The only time they played with dogs was when they took the dogs into a playpen. So she didn't really have much interaction, but she worked. So I'm glad it's teaching her a work ethic, not only from home, but from other people. I'm glad about that. I'm really impressed with her for doing it. And that's our week. That is our week. Hello, it's Sabbath morning, and I thought, let me just add this part because this is the reality of Sabbath with special needs. It doesn't feel like Sabbath. Definitely did not feel like Sabbath for me today. I've been waking from pain, and I've got this other problem going on with my throat where it just closes, or it feels like it's closing, and I'm gasping. I don't know if it's acid reflux or what. So I emailed both my rheumatologist and my pulmonologist, my lung specialist, during the week to say, I can't sleep. I try, but I keep waking up, and I'm making noises which even wake my husband up, or he hears them like that. And I said, I don't know what it is. I don't know who I'm meant to see. Do you have any suggestions? Should I see one of you? What must I do? I don't know what to do, but I really need the little bit of sleep I can get. So this was one of those nights where that, like gasping, waking up, and I wake up with this bitter taste in my mouth, headaches. But it's not, I don't have heartburn. I don't feel like it's reflux, but I'm trying. So I'm going to go back and live as if I do have acid reflux and see how that goes. And as I mentioned to them, the other thing is I can't sleep on a pillow, so I'm lying really flat because lying on a pillow really hurts my neck. So there's also that. Sorry, I'm looking up because I keep hearing noise, but I'm assuming my window's closed. I don't know why the blinds are making noise. Sorry for that. So yes, so that was the night. The night was disturbed by my throat gasping, I'm choking, and then my angel. I would finally drift off, and then I'd back of my mind or in the deep of my subconscious, I just hear my daughter, my non-sleeping daughter, making noise. And I wake up, I listen. Man, maybe I was crazy. I sleep again, I hear it. I summon myself out. Now, one of the tablets I take at night is meant to help you sleep. So it makes you sleepy, but it's also for pain and nerve pain, also specifically nerve pain, but it also does help back pain. So I'm groggy because of that also. It's fighting me. It wants to sleep, even if my body is saying, "Ah, wake up, it's time to party." No. So I wake up deep. I have to really wake up and listen, and it was her. So I waited, thinking she'll fall asleep. Don't ask me why I'm so silly, because she never does go back to sleep on her own. But I waited and waited. She didn't. So I went to go to her. She had weed through big time, and there was no sleep sack in her room. I've always told my teens that you guys need to make sure that they've got 2 sleep sacks at least in their rooms at night, so that if they do wake up wet, I can change them. There wasn't. So I went to go look for one. There wasn't one. It's hanging in the garage because it's drying. And with our winters, things take ages to dry. It's very humid here. I need to get up and stop that noise. It's irritating me. Hold on. So it's wet and it's humid. The air is very humid and it's not very sunshiny, not very windy. It rains a lot, and if it's not raining, it's a lot of damp. You will go out by 5 o'clock when I go bring the laundry in. It's already wet and damp. It's too late. So yeah, the sleep sack is hanging out in the garage. I tried to unlock, knowing it's going to be very cold. The material will feel cold if it's even dry. I couldn't unlock the door. And I thought, okay, if there's any way for me to go back to sleep, if she was ever going to be silent, this is not helping. This is all Sabbath morning. Today in the morning around 4 o'clock, I go unlock, and I couldn't unlock. So I left it. I came back. I rustle around in every part of the room. Still nothing. And then I have to change her pajamas. So I have to go back and come back to my room, get her pajamas. Why are her pajamas in my room, not her own? Because if there's clothing there, she wants all the clothing on her favorite teddy bear. So the only way we can stop her from wanting is to dress her teddy bear with all her clothes. Stop the fight and the yelling and the screaming. And she notices, if you just take off one layer, she notices, and it's all hell breaks loose. And you will have seen what that means for us. We want peace. So it's all in my room. So I leave her room, leave her there, happy. She's very happy. And come back, get her clothes, put them on her. Now, at this point, my back is sore. It was sore. I'd actually been lying there at this point. Now, when I finally went to get her, I was lying there thinking, I wish my husband wasn't here, because I need my pain medicines and I don't want to make noise because they're all in blister packs. So I'll make noise and wake him. And I don't want to wake him. So this pain is screaming. I'm getting her undressed. She was very loud, very happy, and I'm thinking, please don't wake anyone else up. So I'm getting her undressed, and that is our lovely Sabbath morning. This is our reality every single day. You can't make Sabbath different to the rest of your life. It is what it is. So there we are. I am and her. Get her finally dressed. I give up on the sleep sack and put her down, add an extra blanket, and then she insisted I must cover all her babies a specific way. I come back coming to my room, and I'm thinking, okay, now I'm going to try and sleep. I hope she'll fall asleep. Sometimes she does, but now she doesn't have her sleep sack, which she's always been used to. I don't think she'll sleep, but maybe she will. Let's hope for a miracle. And I've made her some juice to drink because she wants something to drink. I come back. The light is bright in my room, and I'm thinking, okay, that's it then. No more sleep. And indeed, there was no more sleep. There's been no more sleep. My husband had turned the light on, doing me a favor. But I had wanted to sleep. But it didn't matter because she didn't go back to sleep anyway. So that was the morning. The next part of our morning is I need to go and medicate all the children. Not all. My twin daughter is medicated by my son. He has taken over that. So she gets her allergy medicine, she gets her mood medicine, and now she's also on her ADHD medicine. My middle two, I have to give them their ADHD medicine, both of them. And my son, he also gets my 8-year-old, he also gets mood medicine. My daughter is on the ADHD meds and on the heart meds because when she's on ADHD meds, for whatever reason, her heart just beats way too fast, like dangerously fast. So that's my life Monday to Monday, Saturday to Saturday, Sabbath to Sabbath. And then these were the other parts. It was now nap time, quiet time. They meant to go to their own room. Nope. I come out, I want to record a nature story for the children. There they are, both in my room. It was crazy. It was lovely. And that's what I wanted to end with. It was lovely chaos. My girl first took all her toys. Now the thing is, I am someone who really values her space. A mom of 6 doesn't have much space. A mom of 6 whose 4 children are always in her room really has no space. And I needed space and quiet to do their Bible story and their nature story. Instead, I come out and the twins are in my room and there's an older sibling. And I'm asking, what's happening, Eliora? And she said, no, she pulled me to your room and she said I must bring, she gestured that she must bring the comforter and everything so she can lie on my sofa. And then she got off the sofa and she insisted on taking everything to my bed, which now I had to run to rescue my phone, my iPad. I used my phone, I recorded my phone, my iPad, the pen. And then she tripped on my weights, which were not there. The weights she tripped on, my dumbbells, her twin sister had been playing with them and then she dumped them there. It was just sweet chaos. I love my children. It was lovely, but it was madness and it was not what I needed. It was not what I wanted. So I just wanted to share that bit, that our days, our mornings, our night, like nothing is normal in this house. Nothing is typical in this house. And when you're fresh in the morning and you're actually crazy from lack of sleep, you just laugh. You just laugh. So I'm now trying to rescue my non-talking girl and I'm telling her, oh no, you're going to fall if you're on the edge of my bed. And then she threw a little tantrum. She doesn't like the word fall, so she cries and gets angry. But when she rolled, she almost rolled over. So I'm like telling my daughter, my teenager, catch her, she's going to fall, which is what my whole point was, that if she rolls over, she will fall. So I try to lift her, but bad thing to do. You don't lift her, she's really heavy. And in the corner of my eye, my other twin has taken my bandana and is covering her dad up, who's leaving to go preach. It was lovely. It was beautiful. It was nutty. They both finally did leave my room. I think my non-talking girl decided we were all too noisy, so she just got back up again and wanted us all to take her toys, which she kept dropping. Then she got angry that she dropped them, so I had to tell her, I've got it, it's not lost, I've got it. You just don't see it in your arms because they're too many for your arms, and they're gone. So here we are. I hope you have a blessed Sabbath. If you're watching it today, it's Sabbath, and I hope you have much health and strength, and I'm thankful that so far I'm not sick. I haven't gotten sick, and so far I'm not sick right now because I cannot inject if I am sick. So here is to staying not sick, as in no upper respiratory infections. What did my pulmonologist say? He said I must either see him or an ENT. It could be reflux, it could be asthma, it could be, I've forgotten the third option. I'm going to start with acid reflux and go back to my reflux tablets and see if that will help me. My other problem is that because I'm so busy mothering and teaching and special needing and being therapeutic, I can't eat early, so I eat late. So I'm going to have to try and somehow find time to eat earlier and see if that helps my symptoms, because I'm done with doctors. I don't want more tests. I don't want more. This is a problem. Yes, it does need to be solved because it can lead to a big problem. But that is what I'm gonna do. Again, have a blessed Sabbath.